waiting for the fucking stream to stream. I think. Like, what the fuck is this? It's not registering as even streaming yet. Alright, here we go. It's not registering as Alright, cool. I wonder how long it's been live officially. Alright. Whatever. Hello. To those of you here. Gonna share this on Tweltwer, and then I will get ready to get started. Well, I mean, I'm ready anyway. I'm exhausted. I've had an exhausting series of days. Hello to the one concurrent viewer. And then I will also be sharing this with my support links. So anybody who wants to can feel free. Sharing this in my Discord server. Okay. Cool. Everyone. And then also, because people requested it, there we go. Alright, so this could be a short one, this could be a long one. I don't know yet. We'll see. But so yesterday, had a really good conversation with Hody Johns. And I've also had a series of anti-spaces that I haven't yet put on YouTube that I'll be putting on YouTube. So with all those things, there's that. I'm also seeking to have a long series of conversations with actual legit libertarians and people with something valuable to say. And so with any luck, I should be able to start making that happen. The conversation series will be called Real Libertarians. I had the first one with Hody Johns yesterday, and it was a very productive 3-hour conversation that I think touched on a lot of very important issues. There were some audio problems, you know, but I think that those were a lot less obvious to the audience than they were to me. I don't know. People are free to let me know. But either way, like, yeah, fucking, it was a relatively productive stream. It was a relatively thorough conversation, and I want to start having a lot more of those on this channel, so that the streams that I have aren't just, you know, the vlog streams, etc. I want this channel to be brought back to its former glory. So, there will be content. That's going to be video 1 out of many on the subject of sort of libertarian malfeasance. And a variety of other shit's going to happen. So, basically, I'm going to try to earn my keep. I've got more Patreon subs now. I'm getting more graphics gigs. I'm getting more things that I've needed for a while, like, sort of squared away. I'm getting a better workflow. And so, things should be able to pick up. And they need to, you know, because what I've been doing lately has not been working, has not been being as productive as it should have been, if productive at all, to say the least. So, but either way, hello to the 2 people in chat. I think, you know, maybe my audio's not working? I don't know. No, it's, okay, alright, cool. I didn't see my levels going up a lot. So wanted to make sure of that. Anyway, so shout out to the 2 people watching right now. Hello. This is, and if you're new to this channel, this is a weekly discussion stream, where I talk about the stuff that happened the previous week, talk about what I'm going to be doing, and then like talk directly to the audience. There's a live chat, and I address the live chat. I only say like all that because apparently I've got 15 new subscribers because of recent happenings. So I want to do 2 of those sorts of streams, those sorts of things a week, highlighting people who are actually doing good things for liberty. And so I'm going to be reaching out to folks and trying to see if I can get a bunch of people on board with that. And I'm also going to be doing quite a bit in order to fire up a lot of the things that I've been able to do but haven't been doing. Because one of the things is, I have a tendency to overpromise and underdeliver, and I also have a tendency to get started on a project and then be like, okay, I can take on another project, and then like that cycle repeats until I've got like 18 irons in the fire and only 1 fire. So I need to get better about that. But I'm going to get better about that, and I've got like an optimized way of doing things at this point that I think should relatively well service the things in question, the things that I need to do. Liberimer, hello. How does the ATF make you feel? The ATF needs an ATF to ATF them. For anyone who knows what they do, that should be a fairly direct statement. So, yeah, like, and also, I fucking finally decided to flip my my camera perspective. It's been fucked up for a while, and so you're gonna see me facing the proper way with my fucking camera actually flipped so that you can read shit that's in my background. It's been this way for a while, and I don't remember when it started, but I remember realizing it was fucked up and then saying I was going to do something about it and then not doing anything about it. That's a running theme. It's a running theme that I'm going to deal with. But basically, that and a bunch of other things are on the agenda. Also, for some reason, I got added to a Lars Mapstead Twitter group message. And, you know, I haven't said too much in that regard. Wait, what? Oh, shit. That's hilarious. I've talked so much shit about you, Michael Rechtenwald. Why are you on my tweet? I mean, I'm more than happy to take that like, but Michael Rechtenwald just now liked my tweet where I was responding to a dishonest hack saying, talking shit about anarchists and saying that we don't believe in order and that we, et cetera, et cetera. And my tweet said, fortunately, we have the choice for a far better future than any presidential candidate or state official could give us by seizing freedom and not asking for permission, which is the route of the anarchist, mutual aid, direct action, community over control, the anarchist order. He just liked that tweet, and I didn't tag him or anything. Whatever. I mean, sure. Fine. I'll take it. I'm gonna post this in the server, though, because that's fucking strange. Let me tag the Libertarian Party members. And LOL, weird. Yeah. That's fucking... I wonder if that was a misclick. Because I've talked nothing but shit on Michael Rechtenwald recently. So the idea that he or whoever's managing his account would be even on my account like much less liking tweets, is very interesting to me. Who do I think is going to win this selection? I mean, Trump. They've built up the boogeyman, and now they have to use the boogeyman. Otherwise, they've wasted all their money, time, resources, energy, all that shit. They've built him up. They've got to use him now. Like, and they built him up for a solid reason. Like, it's not like... See, this is the thing. People like to pretend that fucking politics is, some accidental or, some unorchestrated thing. But it's not. It never has been. They built up this boogeyman. They tried to knock him off the ballot, but then the Supreme Court said, nuh-uh. I don't believe any of this. He was a reality show host before he was a presidential candidate. And he's still a reality show host. He's still a reality show host. That has not changed. The only thing that's changed is the packaging on the regime. That's it. And so when people like fucking, when people pretend that Trump is some odd man out or that he's like our man on the inside or some shit like that, fuck no he's not. Fuck no he's not. Fuck no he's not. He never has been. He's been directly affiliated with the elite for a long time. He's been directly supportive of them and what they can do for him and vice versa. And he matches the definition of a swamp creature by any other name. But like suddenly when it's Trump, all of his followers who are against the deep state and don't like the cathedral or whatever are suddenly very okay with him being head priest of the cathedral and the deep state. Fucking pushing ID, pushing gun control, pushing vaccines, pushing CBDC and the fucking inflationary currency, pushing martial law and lockdown, pushing funding the Pentagon to fight COVID, pushing so many fucking things. He had Johnson & Johnson on his stage during his campaign. And some of his audience booed, and he had to tell them to shut the fuck up because he's not a fucking outsider. Oh, it's exhausting. He at the beginning of shit, he was like talking to the WEF and saying, fucking Klaus Schwab, you're doing a great job. And people act like he's an outsider, that he's some like nationalist, anti-globalist, blah, 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 blah. I mean, he might well be a nationalist in a neoliberal sense, but he's certainly not a fucking, like, outsider. He's not your man on the inside if you're an outsider. He's just your man on the inside if you're already an insider. It's fucking exhausting. So, what do I think about the Kennedy that the CIA didn't off? He's part of the PSYOP. He's a gun grabber. Okay, here's fucking something hilarious. At the beginning of the COVID lockdowns, he said that the COVID lockdowns were a good thing because the air was cleaner, because less people were driving. And people act like he's an outsider. How? How is he an outsider? Can somebody please fucking explain this to me? He's a Beltway Kennedy Democrat. How is he an outsider? He supports gun control. He supports border control. He's alarmist about cartels and about the wokes and about trans people. He pushes the right-wing conspiracy theories, but he doesn't give them enough airtime to say that, fucking maybe I shouldn't also be a Zionist. He's such a hack. He's such a hack and he's so hard to listen to. Why does anybody RFK? Oh, well, because he gives them legitimacy. He gives them numbers. He comes on their show and then a bunch of people who are on Team RFK are like, yeah, let me suck you off publicly. And that's all it is. Because they're not going to ask him hard policy questions. They're not going to interrogate him on his libertarian credo. The Libertarian Party had him in their convention for free. That's what you have to do. If you're a libertarian and you want him to support you, you have to give him free access. Because charging him the same amount that you would charge a libertarian, Adrian Malagon, to speak at your fucking convention would have made him not show up. He wouldn't have spent the same amount that you're charging libertarians, and that's why you didn't charge him. You gave him free airtime. You let him become like a fucking stain on your convention. You didn't make him pay, even though he has more money than all the other candidates, potentially even combined. He has the money of anyone. He's sold so many fucking books. He's been supported in so many other ways. He already has the money. Why, if anyone, does he not have to pay? Why not, if you're going to invite statists, make them pay and then have them fund the libertarians coming to the convention as a sign of good faith? Oh, well, because the opposite means that you can fucking reel people in. Because the opposite means that when he comes in and starts talking about the wokes and how bad Fauci is, you can have your jack-off session about it. That's it. That's all. They don't care about their dignity. They don't care about their fucking, like, they don't care about how much of a fucking war pig he is. They don't care about how much of a greenwasher he is or how much of a gun-grabbing tyrant he is. They don't care about how he's had this long history of being supported by some of the worst people. God, it sucks. And then he just harkens back to what he did like ages ago. Cleaned up the Hudson, I think it was. And he's like not actually doing anything in the present, but he can still talk about that. Oh, it's so exhausting. Like, and then when people are like, "Oh, he's so based. He goes against the CIA." Sometimes. And then sometimes he says that his niece is in the CIA, so it's fine. And most of the people in the CIA are fine. He said that. Why does everybody want to forget that he fully endorsed most of the CIA? He's not against the deep state. He's not an outsider. He's not your man on the inside unless you're already on the inside. This is true of so many of these people. Same with fucking Vivek Ramaswamy. Scamaswamy. Fucking Vivek. He's over here being like, you know, he's a Soros-backed pharma bro surveillance statist, but he's anti-woke, so people give him endorsements. The Libertarian Party tried to float potentially having him be the Libertarian nominee, and he talked shit with Ben Shapiro on libertarians. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. It's endlessly tiresome. Liberimer says, when did we all decide that whether or not someone gets a vaccine is the litmus test for who can be a libertarian? Well, but that's the thing. Like, there's a reason that that's the litmus test. The reason that that's the litmus test is because it's one area that these people can say that they diverge from the system. So if you can point to all the other areas where these people don't diverge from the system, then they might have their libertarian cred threatened. But if you can, like, if these people can just point to that and say, well, I said no to the jab, as though that's anything that matters at all, you know, if you can just point to that one thing, then it doesn't matter how much of the state you supported also. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is that you didn't take the jab and you can virtue signal about that. It's the same sort of performative bullshit that they complain about when the wokes do it, but it's for the jab now. And now instead of fucking applying to the progressive stack or some shit like that, they're just like, well, we didn't take the jab, and that makes us fine. Fucking insane. So, they can push a long series of authentically tyrannical policies and then say that because we didn't do this one thing, we're qualified and you aren't. And they can constantly point to that and use it as a cudgel, instead of admitting that the ultimate truth is they've got a whole lot of statism to work out. They can just point to that and say, but you took the jab. That means you trust government. Meanwhile, their favorite guys are over at CPAC jacking off the government. And these people support Milei, and Milei says that that Argentina will be the staunch and unconditional ally of the WEF. And these people ignore that because the rest of his speech was oh so based. God, they're fake. Or, supporting Pinochet because there's nothing that says you don't like Epstein than supporting somebody with a pedophile rape colony. It's fucking exhausting. Also, really interesting, the Barimer says, how likely an anti-jabber is to support transgenocide. Yeah. Suddenly my body, my choice comes back around when, these people talk about being trans, but then that somehow doesn't matter because it's a component of degeneracy, according to these rightoid fucks. So, yeah. Anyway. Okay, let me check it. Maybe. Let me get some fluid real quick here. This might be short. I don't see anybody else coming in. This is if I can find my fucking jug. I don't know where I put it. There we go. But yeah, there's going to be a lot more content. A lot more that I'll be doing. A lot more that I'll be taking care of. Alright. And if this is short, I might see if I could just start up a Twitter Spaces. Because there's quite a lot that I need to talk about. And I think you've got a book for work shortly. So I might as well see if I can do it on a place that I will get more than one viewer on. People can definitely check this out so that they can see the updates and more of what oh, well, actually, you don't have work. Never mind. I know people. I know these people from elsewhere. So, that's the reason. Yeah. Alright. There we go. It's hard to do this in, a camera. But, yeah. It was a relatively productive week. And now I just need to do certain things. For anybody who isn't in the know, I'm trying to start this project where I'll be inviting a bunch of anarchists I know to to Spokane to live in a house, either temporarily or long term, that we'll be calling Anarchy House, and it'll be a project designed to lily pad people into the Spokane area so that we can have an anarchist presence here. That's the goal anyway. So, if I can make that work, then that'll be great. So now, I've got rent coming up, which I've almost got covered, and then a storage unit, which I'll have a late fee on tomorrow. But I gotta prioritize rent, so I don't know. It'll depend. But I've been getting more support lately for what I do, and I'll be trying to earn more reliable support and shit. And I'll also be trying to get something more stable in this regard. But I got a graphics job yesterday. I have people potentially interested in web work. If anybody needs a cheap website, I do that. I'm going to be trying to save up, and I'll be trying to get things out there. And in the month of March, I want to release my first song. It'll probably be some sort of like, you know, semi-industrial rap, because I've got some lyrics that I needed to get off my chest. So I'll let y'all know about that. That'll be the plan in general. I want to have that first song out by the end of March, so that people can get a feel for the kinds of things that they'll be seeing going forward. But either way, if it be one viewer, I'd be clocking at around 30 minutes in, potentially to go head over and do a fucking Twitter Spaces before my workout. Impromptu, of course, because normally I'll plan those things in advance, but uh, like obviously right now I don't have that. So any more thoughts on the Haitian Boogaloo? So, I mean, I'm hoping that they can get some justice there. One of the things that I saw that really fucking upset me on Twitter was there's a fucking article on a tabloid website that people are uncritically responding to like it's true. Um, and let me see if I can scroll down far enough to fucking find this, because it's so asinine. It's so asinine. Um, what this article says is that I'll scroll down until I get Haiti cannibal gang are eating people they've killed on the streets as violence erupts. That's what the article says. And you know who it cites? An anonymous journalist. Quote, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe journalists aren't anonymous? And maybe if they are, we should, you know, wait for them to prove that what they are reporting on is true? Like, the idea of anonymous journalism, to me, is sort of already kind of flawed, because part of the point of journalism is that you're supposed to be able to reference back to a journalist's credible journalism in order to prove that they have a good enough record, that they're trustworthy enough, and that they can move forward. You know, but here, it's like, well, we cited an anonymous journalist, and that should be good enough. No, in fact, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I need more than that. I need more than some guy said so, and we're going to call him a journalist despite being unable to read his journals. You know, I need more than that guy said something to believe something. And I don't think that that's remotely unreasonable. But, like, people are sharing this around, and Daily Star has been repeatedly proven to make shit up. Like, they have been repeatedly fucked off because they made shit up. So, let me read some of their scandals from the Wikipedia article here. Jeffrey Archer. Fucking, the newspaper lost a high-profile libel action brought by Jeffrey Archer, leading to an award of £500,000 in damages over allegations of Archer's involvement with a prostitute. The editor of the Daily Star, Lloyd Turner, was sacked 6 weeks after the trial. However, the newspaper always stood by its story. And on July 19th, 2001, Archer was found guilty of perjury and perverting the course of justice. So, I guess that one's, like, real? I don't know. Hillsborough disaster. On 18th April 1989, 3 days after the Hillsborough disaster, in which 97 Liverpool fans were fatally injured at an FA Cup semi-final game, the Daily Star ran the front page headline, "Dead fans robbed by drunk thugs," alleging that Liverpool fans had stolen from fans injured or killed in the tragedy. The allegations, along with the claims that fans had also attacked police officers aiding the injured, were published in several other newspapers, though it was the content of coverage by The Sun particularly a front-page article on 19th of April that caused the most controversy. A later inquiry showed all of the claims made were false. Madeleine McCann, fucking in May 2007, in 2008, the McCann family sued the Star and Express for libel. The action concerned more than 100 stories across the Daily Express, Daily Star, and their Sunday equivalents, which accused the McCanns of fucking involvement in their daughter's disappearance. So they basically just made shit up about a disappearance that they didn't know. Fucking. They had to make a statement of apology at the High Court. You know, but so you get the idea. I guess I shouldn't have read the first one as though it was that, but you know, fucking the record is relatively stable that these people are a tabloid and should not be trusted immediately. Yet somehow these people like get immediate coverage from a bunch of alleged libertarians. This one Rothmus on Twitter, respect their culture, bigot. If it's so odd that this happened, maybe it's not the culture that's the problem. Maybe this is a very odd gang, and the fact that they aren't killing and eating each other on a normal basis means that it's not Haitian culture. But these people are ghoulish. They will attack anybody who isn't fucking, you know, their demographics. Anyway. Point is that a bunch of people are exploiting what's happening in Haiti for their fucking political agenda. So, you know, that's my take. My take is that, you know, I hope that they can get some justice, but also that it's being used by bad actors for bad purposes. So, there you go. Also sounds like Yemen is heating up. It wouldn't surprise me. They've been being fucked with by Western hegemony for a long time. Especially through Saudi Arabia. So. Arnie Wari. I might, I think I'm going to call it at 35. And then start an impromptu Twitter Spaces and see if I can get some action there. I don't know where people are, but wherever they are, I hope they are having a good time. Gotta earn, $300 by the end of tomorrow. So, that'll be my primary goal. I'll be trying to get this fucking graphics gig done so that I get the second half of it. And either way, by tomorrow, I need basically 300. Counting the storage unit, and the storage unit's 122. So, if anybody out there wants to commission me for a website, I make relatively cheap websites. People who have looked into getting one have said that they've been charged like $5,000. You know, fucking nope. I'm over here being like, hey, yeah, actually, just give me 500 and I'll do it. I'll make you a simple website. It'll be usable. You'll be able to like publish all your updates, put all your shit on it. It will not be difficult at all. So, anyway, with that being said, yeah, I'd be booking. Smash the fucking state.